Welcome back to my channel. I created this entire holiday look using the Boxycharm that I got this month. This is the month of November, and I pretty much used everything that they gave me in this box. I obviously used some of my own things, but I want to go over all the stuff that came out. I was quite pleasantly surprised at how good the products are. The eyeshadow in here is incredible. It's so blendable and so smooth, and the highlighter that I got this month is like nothing I have seen before. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I was so excited that it was something so cute and so different from what I have. And let's get started. Let's talk about the stuff that are in this month's box. I'm gonna go over all the things. I love this eyeshadow palette. It was so smooth and so blendable and so pigmented. There's a variety of mattes and shimmers, and there's 9 colors all together. Look how pretty these colors are, guys. Here's a better close-up of the colors. My camera gets very blurry when I do it the other way around, but the colors are so pretty. They're very pigmented and very rich and creamy. They work well wet and dry as well. This shadow is a studio makeup eyeshadow. The on-the-go eyeshadow palette includes 9 shades that are perfect to create that day to night look. Some shimmer, some matte, and this retails for $49.95. The other is the one that I'm most excited about. It's a vintage illuminating face highlighter from the brand Jessica Liebeskind. And here's a close-up of the highlighter. To me, if NARS Orgasm Blush was a highlighter, this is exactly what it would look like. It's like a soft pink with gold reflect. I don't have anything like this in my collection. This highlighter retails at $32. The next one is a Luxie brush, the 512 brush. It says it's a contouring brush. You could use it to contour. I use it to apply the highlighter. These brushes are really good quality. I have a bunch already. And the Luxie Beauty Small Contour Brush values at $16. The next item is this liquid liner, the Starlooks Pro Luxie Longwear Eyeliner Pen. This eyeliner felt tip is perfect for somebody who struggles doing eyeliner. The point is pretty good. It was very easy to use. I like my liner to be very dark and very matte, so I like to use this liquid liner if I wasn't using any shimmer shadows or a very, very soft, natural matte eye look. Very soft colors, I would use this liquid liner by itself. It would be perfect. But in order to create this really intensify the dark black, you have to use a black gel liner. And the other item was from Patchology. I love these face masks. They're really good. This includes 3 sheets inside, and it's a 5-minute facial sheet. It's a mask for the face. 3 sheets for $20. I think that's a great deal. Anyways, that includes everything in my Boxycharm this month. So if you guys are interested in knowing how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, since I just applied my moisturizer, and I'm gonna start with my brows first. I dusted a little bit of powder on my brows so that the brows aren't oily, you know, from the moisturizer. I always tend to do brows better when my brows are kind of dry. So I just dusted a little bit of this powder right here, very, very lightly. You don't want to make it look obvious. It's just to dry out the brows. So I like to start first with my brows. You've seen my brow tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this area of the tutorial. If you're interested in knowing a full brow tutorial, it's actually one of my first or second video that I've uploaded on YouTube, a full brow tutorial on how I do my brows. I'm going to use my MAC Soft Ochre eyeshadow primer. I'm not the biggest fan of this primer because it's a great primer, but it's good for somebody who has like really oily eyelids. My eyelids are just normal. They're not really dry or oily. It just kind of dries my eyelid out a little bit. But it's a good primer. It really keeps your eyeshadow on all day. Excuse my dogs. After I've used my primer, the eyeshadow primer, I like to set it. This one right here. And you obviously know why we always set the primer, so that again it's also dry in that area so your colors blend nicely. You don't want to work with a oily or wet eyelid because your colors are not going to blend. You want to make sure that they're dry and blendable. I'm going to use my Morphe M433. I'm going to use this light color right here. I'm going to use that on my crease as my transition color. I'm going to get this color right here. It's really pretty dark burgundy color. I'm going to apply this right in my crease above the other color I just placed. I'm gonna grab this color right here, this really pretty metallic burgundy color, and I'm gonna apply that brush. I'm gonna try to leave that center blank. I'm gonna leave that alone and just go around it in here, kind of buff it in. This is such a beautiful color. These colors blend effortless. And grab this color right here. It's beautiful. And place that in the center. This is just a flat synthetic brush. Any brush will do. I don't even know what brush this is. It's been faded, I would tell you, but just any flat synthetic brush like this will work. Wet it and just pack the color. Now I'm going to grab my Luxie 229. It's a small, tiny little blending brush, and I'm gonna grab that dark color here at the end, and I'm just going to concentrate in this way. It'll give me a nice little contrast right there. Almost just working on the crease. You don't want to go too high up or too low. You're blending back and forth in that crease. I'm going back and I'm picking up with my Morphe 433 brush. I'm picking up the burgundy color again. Go over a little bit. Get your clean blending brush and just blend that. Grab the metallic color here and place it on your brow bone lightly. Now we're going to finish our eyes with the new liner. Okay, now I'm grabbing the liquid liner and let's start doing the liner. Pretty liner. So I got my gel black liner and I'm gonna go over it with the liquid liner. I'm gonna go over it over the liquid liner because if you notice that right here where the metallic color is, the liner is not as vivid. It almost looks like it's faded because of the metallic color underneath. Doesn't allow that color to really show up as good as a gel liner is gonna show up. So you'll see when I go over it with the gel liner how much more powerful the color is. And I like my liner to be really dark and matte black. And that's something that you achieve with gel liner. And I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this part. I noticed too that the closer I get to my lens, the blurrier the footage looks. Is that, you know how it is, we need to get up in that mirror when we're doing an eyeliner. So I apologize about that. By the way, I'm using a Vincent Longo #2 brush. I love this little brush for my eyeliner because it's so little and so precise. I really like to get my liner really in there between my lashes. I don't like any skin peeking through. I can't talk today. I don't like any skin peeking through. I like my liners to be real dark, real matte. Now I'm grabbing my Morphe M32 and I am dipping it into this dark color here at the end. This is like a gray, let me see, it's like a gray charcoal color, and I'm applying it in my lash line. I'm grabbing the Morphe E18 brush, and with my Morphe brush I grabbed a little bit of that burgundy color that we started with on the lid, and now I'm using it to blend the bottom lash line underneath to kind of smoke it out. Okay, once you're done with the under eye, I'm gonna go ahead, apply my lashes and mascara, and I'll be right back so we can start on complexion. Okay, so now let's jump into skin. I have my moisturizer on. Like I said, I am using the Clinique Moisture Surge Intense. That's what I put on when I started, and now I'm gonna use the Professional Primer. And I'm only gonna apply that right in this area on my nose, kind of like on my T-zone, because I don't really get oily. I have dry skin, but this is gonna really smooth out the skin nicely when you apply your foundation. I'm gonna use the Chanel CC cream. I really like this. I started using this about a year ago and I love the CC cream. To me, it's kind of a light, not a light, I apologize, more like a medium finish. It's very hydrating, very creamy. It's somewhat a little heavy. You see, it doesn't really drip as fast. And the color I'm using is the 40 Beige. I'm gonna use that with my Sigma Angled Kabuki F84. I love this brush. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. Some people say this is more like a light to medium, but I think this is more of a medium finish. Like, I think this has such good coverage. I don't like to have too much of a heavy coverage. It just depends on my skin, how my skin is looking. If it's got like breakouts and stuff like that, yeah, my coverage might be a little bit heavier, but I don't really break out a lot. So I like my foundation to be either a light or a medium finish. Don't want to neglect your neck, and you don't want to neglect your ears. I'm going to use my concealer. This, I meant to mention this Tarte concealer, the Shape Tape, in my favorites, my October favorites. This has been a favorite of mine. This and of course the NARS Radiant Creamy are my two favorite concealers, but I kind of like this one if I want a more heavier coverage. This does a better job and I feel like it lasts a little longer. Get my damp beauty blender and just tap this in. And I'm in the light medium, I think right now. Light medium. When I apply my concealer, I notice that a lot of people usually apply it on both eyes and then they start blending it, but I like to apply it and work with one eye at a time because this concealer dries up pretty fast and I want it to be able to be blendable. So I like to apply one eye and then blend. And I don't like to put so much. I notice that a lot of people put a lot of concealer. I like to work with a little bit and then work my way up. If I need more, then I add more. But usually like a little goes a long way, you know? Kind of highlighting with my concealer as well, because this is a great concealer to highlight. After I've applied my concealer, I'm going to set it with my Kat Von D Shade and Lights powder, the banana powder in the center. I'm just going to set the concealer with that. I don't like to bake because, like I said, I have dry skin, so I just like to set it with a little powder. I don't use too much. I want to set the rest of my foundation with my Dior Skin Nude in number 40. It looks like this. It's loose powder and it's a little messy. I just put it on the cap. I use an old school classic Estee Lauder brush. I can't tell you, this brush doesn't even exist anymore. Very, very soft. So if you have like a flat kabuki, natural hair, it's very, very soft. I like to use that to set my powder by going in buffing motions. And I just use a little. Now I use my Laguna bronzer with my Morphe M527 brush. And I always use Laguna bronzer. It's just, it always works for me. And just concentrate where my contour. I like to apply my bronzer where I would naturally contour. I'm not really into contouring a lot lately, just a lot of bronzer in the areas where you contour. This is what I'm so looking forward to using. This came inside the Boxycharm. It's called Vintage by Jessica Lieberskind. It's a beautiful, oh my god, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna use the brush that came in my Boxycharm. It's a Luxie 512 brush to apply this. And I'm applying this first before my blush because I might not use blush. I might make this, oh, it's so pretty. I might just use this alone as blush and highlight. Look how pretty that is. It's gorgeous. I don't have anything like this. This is beautiful, guys. And I'm gonna apply some in the corners of my eyes as well. I do contour my nose a little bit, and I'm gonna use the Kat Von D Shade and Lights. I use this color right here to contour my nose. I don't know what lip to do. I picked out a couple colors. This is MAC Cream the Nude and also MAC Frost in You've Got It. I'm not gonna use any lip liner, but I'm gonna use the Cream the Nude. I actually put a little bit on already, and I'm just gonna tap it. It's very, very nude. It's like a beigey, very opaque nude. That's why I like to tap it. And then this MAC, I think this was a limited edition color from MAC called You've Got It. It's a frosty color, and I want this color because it reminded me a lot of the blush. It's like a pearlescent. It's frost, obviously. And I'm just applying that on top. Maybe just a little bit of Buxom in Princess. to make it a little glossy. I love Buxom glosses. That was it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe for more future videos. Let me know if you guys have any questions and leave them down in the comments below. Thank you for watching.